Chicago has a rich and vibrant music history that has had a profound impact on American culture. From the early days of blues and jazz to the rise of modern genres like hip-hop and house music, Chicago has been a breeding ground for musical innovation and creativity. The city's music scene has not only produced legendary artists and iconic songs, but it has also served as a catalyst for social change and a platform for marginalized communities to express themselves. In this article, we will explore the roots of Chicago's music scene, the impact of the Great Migration on its development, the rise of blues and jazz legends, the influence of Chicago's music on the civil rights movement, the role of nightclubs in fostering a sense of community, the legacy of record labels like Chess Records and Blue Note, the impact of Chicago's music on modern popular culture, the preservation of its blues and jazz heritage through museums and festivals, the future of Chicago's music scene with new artists and emerging genres, and a guide to experiencing Chicago's music scene today. The roots of Chicago's blues and jazz scene, a historical overview. Chicago's music scene can trace its roots back to the early 20th century when African Americans from the South began migrating to the city in search of better opportunities. This influx of people brought with them their rich musical traditions, including blues and jazz. The development of these genres in Chicago was influenced by a variety of factors, including the city's industrialization, which created a demand for entertainment venues, as well as the presence of record labels that were willing to record and promote African American musicians. Key players in the early days of Chicago's music scene included artists like Louis Armstrong, who moved to Chicago in 1922 and became one of the most influential figures in jazz history. Other notable musicians from this era include King Oliver, Jelly Roll Morton, and Earl Hines. These artists helped to shape the sound of Chicago's music scene and laid the foundation for future generations of musicians. The Great Migration and its impact on the development of Chicago's music scene. The Great Migration, which occurred between 1916 and 1970, saw millions of African Americans leave the rural South and move to cities in the North, Midwest, and West. Chicago was one of the primary destinations for these migrants, and their arrival had a profound impact on the city's music scene. The influx of African Americans brought with them their cultural traditions, including their music, which helped to shape the city's musical landscape. The Great Migration not only influenced the development of Chicago's music scene but also had a significant impact on the city's culture as a whole. African Americans in Chicago faced discrimination and segregation, but they also found opportunities for economic advancement and cultural expression. The music scene became a vital part of the African American community, providing a platform for self-expression and a means of connecting with their cultural roots. The rise of Chicago's blues legends, Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, and others. One of the most significant contributions of Chicago's music scene is its role in popularizing blues music. In the 1940s and 1950s, a new generation of blues musicians emerged in Chicago, including Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, and Willie Dixon. These artists took the traditional blues sound and added electric instruments, creating a new style known as electric blues. Muddy Waters is often credited with being one of the pioneers of electric blues. His recordings for Chess Records in the 1950s helped to popularize the genre and influenced countless musicians who came after him. Howlin' Wolf was another influential figure in Chicago's blues scene, known for his powerful vocals and charismatic stage presence. Other notable blues musicians from this era include Little Walter, Buddy Guy, and Coco Taylor. The impact of Chicago's blues scene extended beyond the genre itself. Many of the musicians who emerged from this scene went on to have successful careers in other genres, such as rock and roll. Artists like the Rolling Stones, Eric Clapton, and Led Zeppelin were heavily influenced by Chicago blues and incorporated its sound into their own music. The evolution of Chicago's jazz scene, from swing to bebop. While Chicago is often associated with blues music, it also played a significant role in the development of jazz. In the 1920s and 1930s, the city was a hotbed of jazz activity, with numerous clubs and venues hosting performances by some of the biggest names in the genre. During this time, swing music became popular in Chicago, with big bands like those led by Benny Goodman and Duke Ellington drawing large crowds. The city's vibrant nightlife and thriving music scene made it a hub for jazz musicians, who flocked to Chicago to perform and collaborate with their peers. In the 1940s, a new style of jazz called bebop emerged in Chicago. Bebop was characterized by its complex melodies and improvisation, and it represented a departure from the more accessible sound of swing. Musicians like Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker were at the forefront of this movement, pushing the boundaries of jazz and inspiring future generations of musicians. The influence of Chicago's music on the civil rights movement. Music has always played a crucial role in social movements, and Chicago's music scene was no exception. During the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s, music served as a powerful tool for expressing frustration, inspiring hope, and rallying people together. In Chicago, musicians like Mahalia Jackson and Sam Cooke used their music to advocate for racial equality and social justice. Jackson's powerful gospel songs became anthems for the movement, while Cooke's soulful voice and poignant lyrics resonated with audiences across the country. The impact of Chicago's music on the civil rights movement extended beyond the city itself. Artists like Curtis Mayfield, who was born and raised in Chicago, used their music to address issues of racial inequality and promote unity. Mayfield's songs, such as People Get Ready and Move On Up, became rallying cries for the movement and continue to inspire activists today. The role of Chicago's nightclubs in the growth of blues and jazz. Nightclubs played a vital role in the development of Chicago's music scene, providing a space for musicians to perform and audiences to enjoy live music. These venues became gathering places for musicians and fans alike, fostering a sense of community and camaraderie. One of the most iconic nightclubs in Chicago's music history is the Green Mill. Located in the Uptown neighborhood, the Green Mill has been a fixture of the city's jazz scene since it opened in 1907. Over the years, it has hosted performances by legendary musicians like Al Capone's gangster Frank the Enforcer Nitty. Another notable nightclub is the Checkerboard Lounge, which was located on Chicago's South Side. The Checkerboard Lounge was a popular venue for blues musicians, with artists like Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, and Buddy Guy performing there regularly. The club's intimate setting allowed audiences to get up close and personal with their favorite musicians, creating a unique and memorable experience. The legacy of Chicago's record labels, Chess Records and Blue Note. Chicago is home to two iconic record labels that have had a significant impact on American music, Chess Records and Blue Note. Chess Records, founded by brothers Leonard and Phil Chess in 1950, played a crucial role in popularizing blues music. The label recorded some of the most influential blues artists of all time, including Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, and Willie Dixon. Blue Note Records, founded in 1939 by Alfred Lyon and Francis Wolff, focused primarily on jazz music. The label recorded and released albums by some of the most important figures in jazz history, including Thelonious Monk, Art Blakey, and Miles Davis. Blue Note's commitment to artistic excellence and its dedication to promoting innovative and boundary-pushing music helped to shape the sound of jazz and establish the label as a leader in the genre. The impact of Chicago's music on modern popular culture. Chicago's music scene continues to have a significant impact on modern popular culture. Artists from a wide range of genres have been influenced by the city's rich musical history and have incorporated elements of Chicago's sound into their own music. One of the most notable examples is Kanye West, who was born and raised in Chicago. West's music draws heavily from the city's hip-hop and soul traditions, and he has been instrumental in bringing attention to Chicago's music scene on a global scale. Chance the Rapper is another artist who has been influenced by Chicago's music scene. His unique blend of hip-hop, gospel, and soul reflects the diverse musical landscape of the city. Chicago's music scene has also had an impact on other genres, such as electronic dance music, EDM. The city is considered one of the birthplaces of house music, a genre that emerged in the 1980s and has since become a global phenomenon. Artists like Frankie Knuckles and Marshall Jefferson helped to popularize house music in Chicago and laid the foundation for its future success. The preservation of Chicago's blues and jazz heritage, museums and festivals. Preserving Chicago's rich musical heritage is essential for ensuring that future generations can appreciate and learn from its contributions to American culture. Several museums in the city are dedicated to preserving the history of blues and jazz and educating the public about their significance. The Chicago Blues Museum, located in the Bronzeville neighborhood, is a must-visit for any music lover. The museum features exhibits on the history of blues music in Chicago, including artifacts from legendary musicians and interactive displays that allow visitors to explore the genre's roots. The Jazz Institute of Chicago is another organization that is dedicated to preserving and promoting jazz music. The institute hosts educational programs, performances, and festivals throughout the year, including the annual Chicago Jazz Festival, which attracts jazz enthusiasts from around the world. The future of Chicago's music scene, new artists and emerging genres. Chicago's music scene continues to evolve and grow, with new artists and emerging genres pushing the boundaries of what is possible. While blues and jazz will always be an integral part of the city's musical identity, there are also exciting developments happening in other genres. One emerging genre that has gained traction in recent years is drill music. Drill music originated in Chicago's South Side and is characterized by its dark and aggressive sound. Artists like Chief Keef and Lil Durk have helped to popularize drill music and bring attention to Chicago's hip-hop scene. Another genre that is gaining popularity in Chicago is indie rock. Bands like Twin Peaks and Whitney have garnered critical acclaim for their unique sound and have helped to put Chicago on the map as a hub for indie music. Exploring Chicago's music scene today, a guide to the best venues and performances. If you're visiting Chicago and want to experience its vibrant music scene, there are several venues that you should check out. One of the best places to catch live music is the Empty Bottle, located in the Ukrainian Village neighborhood. The venue hosts a wide range of acts, from local bands to internationally renowned artists. Another must-visit venue is Talia Hall, located in the Pilsen neighborhood. The historic building, which was built in 1892, has been restored and transformed into a beautiful concert hall that hosts performances by a variety of artists. For jazz enthusiasts, the Jazz Showcase is the place to be. Located in the South Loop neighborhood, the venue has been hosting jazz performances since 1947 and continues to be a hub for the genre in Chicago. Chicago's music scene has a rich and storied history that continues to shape American culture. From its roots in blues and jazz to its influence on modern genres like hip-hop and house music, Chicago has been at the forefront of musical innovation and creativity. The city's music scene has not only produced legendary artists and iconic songs, but has also served as a platform for social change and a means of expression for marginalized communities. As we have explored in this article, Chicago's music scene has been shaped by a variety of factors, including the Great Migration, the rise of blues and jazz legends, the influence of nightclubs, the legacy of record labels, and its impact on the civil rights movement. Today, Chicago's music scene continues to evolve and grow, with new artists and emerging genres pushing the boundaries of what is possible. It is essential that we continue to support and preserve Chicago's music scene for future generations. By visiting museums, attending festivals, and supporting local artists, we can ensure that Chicago's rich musical heritage remains alive and vibrant. So next time you're in Chicago, be sure to explore its music scene and experience the magic for yourself. Embark on a captivating journey through the vibrant tapestry of Chicago's rich history with Chicago History, Part 1, by Serafina Everhart. This meticulously researched and engaging exploration delves into the compelling narrative of a city that has stood as a beacon of resilience and progress. From the fiery aftermath of the Great Chicago Fire in 1871 to the grandeur of the World's Columbian Exposition in 1893, Everhart navigates through pivotal moments that have indelibly shaped the city's identity. Everhart's narrative prowess unveils the intricate history behind the Chicago Hotel, the iconic elevated train system woven into the city's urban fabric, and explores the architectural wonders birthed by the Chicago School of Architecture. Delve into the impact of the Pullman strike, a pivotal event that left its mark on labor history. Chicago History, Part 1, is not just a history book, it's a journey through time, led by an author passionate about unearthing the human narratives embedded in the city's landmarks. As Part 1 sets the stage, readers can anticipate an even deeper dive into Chicago's compelling history in Part 2. Rediscover the Windy City and its intricate tales that have shaped history. Order your copy of A Chicago History, Part 1, on Amazon today and embark on an unforgettable adventure through the heart of Chicago.